Junior gets his wife back. LC gets Orlando and Vegas back. And Rio brings his brother home. What's good, y'all? She gets this Erica Vane coming to you right here on Erica Vane TV with another The Family Business video. And in this one, we're breaking down season 5, episode number 10, the season finale, titled All Is Fair in Love and War. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and turn on your bell notifications so you don't miss out on any of my The Family Business content and conversations. We are going to be unpacking not only the events of this finale, but also the events of this past season for quite a while. So even though there are no new episodes that are going to be premiering week to week, we are still going to be unpacking and dropping new videos every day for quite a while. So subscribe so you don't miss out on those new videos and the conversations that come along with them. I am honestly, y'all, trying to figure out if I'm disappointed or what. I don't know what this feeling is that I'm feeling after watching this episode. I'm not elated. I'm glad that we, wrapped up some storylines. We wrapped up some in a way that still opens them up to go further. But I just don't know. And I also don't know where to begin. Something is calling me to start with Sonya, which is wild because I've been riding for Miss Mamas this entire season. Like, I have been 100% on her side and 100% on Junior Duncan's head because of how he has been using and abusing her and neglecting her and how he abandoned this marriage immediately. And now I am finding myself ready to criticize her for running to his side and what is going to go down in history as the stupidest season that he has ever had. He is making the most ridiculous, emotion-filled, irrational decisions, and you gonna go sit your behind at that table with him? Is that what you're telling me, Sonya? You're gonna go sit beside your wayward husband who has been driven by his emotions for the past 2 months, so much that he abandoned you within your marriage, completely discarded you, and now only came running back because you are with child, and his ego was telling him to fight for his legacy and his seed, not necessarily for you, even though he has all these flowery words for you. You're gonna go sit next to him at the table with a bunch of Judases. It don't make sense. And while I'm not judging her or criticizing her for taking her man back after cheating on her and abandoning her in a relationship, because that's whatever you decide to do with that girl, that's what you decide to do. But I am criticizing her for the decision to stand next to him in stupidity, because you have spent 2.5 months now estranged, seeing how this boy moves in emotion, seeing how this boy moves in irrationality, so you can actually see and you know that this is not right. From the moment that he's going back and forth with LC and then tries to pull you out of here after y'all were having a conversation about how you wanted him to come back into the house, you know that this isn't right. But the only answer is to go to Donna's. The only answer is to go sit down at the Alliance. No. And honestly, it made me feel, I guess, not necessarily disappointed in the whole episode, but I'm unpacking this as I record this review, so maybe I'll arrive there at the end. But I'm disappointed in Sonya because there's other options. Y'all have money. You don't have to stay with the Duncans, but you also don't have to go over to Donna's house, because clearly she was still allowing for him to move the way that he was moving while he was disrespecting you. So it's not necessarily safe for you over there either. Her desires in reference to having you around are specifically tied to the seed that's in your womb, not tied to your actual well-being and wanting y'all to have a family. And you know that. You have to know that deep down. So why isn't it a thing of y'all getting your own house? Why isn't it a thing of, even if you don't force him to confront his issues with Elsie and Chippy, why isn't it you forcing him to establish something separate from both Elsie and Chippy and Donna? Watching her just go and sit on his right hand side at this Alliance table, and she's getting to hear all that has happened, and she's just sitting there dutifully, it's diabolical. And this is happening over the course of one episode. We're watching Sonya fall over one episode, and I do not care how badly you want to have a man. You cannot possibly desire partnership or having a man or being by the side of a man all the way into stupidity yourself. And for Junior to bring you to the table, knowing that they just killed Brother Minister, knowing that they are going to war, and he declares it at the very end of this episode, that also means that he knows he's putting you and his unborn child in harm's way. And everybody's sitting around like, yeah, this is normal, this is cool. This is not normal, and it is not cool. It is stupid, and everybody's going along with it. And then to add insult to injury, I guess I'm going to shift over to Junior's doofy self. Y'all invited a racist that was going to hang your brothers in the South to sit at the table. The racist senator that declared it was open season for y'all to have rope parties to hang your brothers. You are going to break bread and do business with them. I did not believe that I could be more disappointed in Junior Duncan. But every single episode, he finds another way to unearth another pebble, to dig a little bit deeper. I didn't even know there was anything below hell. Junior is hovering somewhere in the Narnia, but beyond hell, and he is never coming back from it. And it really sucks because I enjoy Shamir as an actor, but like I will probably never ever like Junior Duncan character, like ever. Like literally ever. And I never like to say never, but I'm saying never this time. And I'm always probably going to look at Shamir sideways in anything else he does, just because of how brilliantly diabolical he has played Junior Duncan. Like watching the final moments of him sitting at this goofy alliance table and him snarking and like twisting up his face and feeling like, yes, I've won, and yes, we're finally gonna stick it to him. It's like, you sound so stupid. And you're still being a child. You were literally in the Duncan's house. Elsie comes back with your brothers, but you had no idea that they were actually gone, missing, captured, if you will. And you have every opportunity to express to your father your pain, your frustration, your anger, your shame, whatever it is. But you want to run like a little ass boy out of there. And that's also why I'm pissed at Sonya, because like, girl, you let him. If you would have said that she wasn't going nowhere, then he would have had to figure it out. Then he would have had to stand on business about if he actually wants you and his child in his life and how he's going to figure it out and make it work. You could have been the key to this, and not necessarily like you have to be the bridge to bring back his commitment to his family, but you can be the catalyst for him getting some sense, because this is stupid. Everything about what he's doing with the alliance is stupid. Everything about his motivations for even being in the alliance is stupid. And he needs to be checked on his stupidity. And if his brothers can't do it, his daddy can't do it, then by golly, Miss Molly, your ass should be able to do it. Versus willfully walking in to what is essentially going to be a setup for the annihilation of your family. Antonio Dash is using Junior to get to LC, to disrupt as much as possible with LC, and in the moment that he does not need Junior Duncan anymore, he will discard him, which means he also will discard you. They brokered a deal bringing in a white supremacist, for God's sakes, into the alliance. Do you see how many Negroes are sitting at this table? Antonio, Dominique, honestly, let's look at you real quick, because you're sitting across from this white supremacist who is perfectly fine with roping up Negroes. And you smiling with your little snide remark, facial expression that don't seem to move off of your face. And this man clearly has nothing but disdain for you, and you just sitting over there smirking as if it's all good because it's a means to an end. No, it's a means to your death. Every last Negro around will be strung up messing around with the senator, and here y'all are breaking bread with him. Here y'all are trying to bring the Dixie Mafia into the alliance when the Dixie Mafia is a white supremacist. Child, at this point, I done said stupidity I don't know how many times. At this point, if y'all drinking and it's a drinking game and it's how many times can Erica say stupidity, your ass is drunk off your ass right now. And also, I'm like, is this also a thing that's like making me disappointed in the episode? Maybe I am disappointed in the episode. Not that I'm disappointed that I thought that Junior would do better and actually pivot and turn right, because I was predicting that he is not exiting the season being done with the alliance. Like, he is declaring war with LC and now it's on. But just the way things things are playing out, it just also doesn't feel as organic and authentic as it possibly could. Maybe that's also it, because there were quite a few scenes this episode that I felt like were useless, that I felt like were filler. Like, why did Chippy and Paris need to go and sit down with the table only for Elijah to come in after the meeting, but he was summoned to alert the table? Like, the way that all was like orchestrated was very clumsy, because moments after you go and you like call this emergency meeting where Consuela is talking out the side of her neck, and I'm just, every single moment that Consuela interjected, I said, why are you even still alive? Nevada, I know you love your mama, but at some point everybody lose their mama, B, and you might need to lose yours, because I'm sick and tired of Consuela. Like, Consuela has skirted death like 6 or 7 times thus far, and she's still talking like she's invincible. And girl, we could have put you in the ground 3 seasons ago. Please stop acting like you can't go to the ground, honey. But anyway, what was the need for Chippy and Paris to talk to the table only for them to find out that the boys are actually safe because Elsie goes and shoot the one little redneck that catches them after they caught the other 2 little rednecks slipping? It was just so clumsy. It was so clumsy. Nothing felt like steak. Child, even if I'm gonna jump over and I'm gonna go to Rome, and that little stage run that they had him doing, the last episode we saw the boy get on the subway and do his little wink nod Jamie St. Patrick style, like, oh, I got away from the people who was chasing me. The next scene, y'all mean to tell me he's still running and he's doing this actory ass run, which he's not trying to run, he's just trying to stay in frame, and the dudes are in the car and they know where he at? How, Sway, if he got on the subway and they had been chasing him through the streets? Yeah, I'm arriving there, y'all. I think I'm disappointed in this finale. I think that most of the things that were done were clumsily done, were not specific enough, were not careful enough. And for us to be coming into the season finale with so many open-ended questions, with so many storylines open, every moment, every minute counted, and how those moments were used and how the storylines, continue to unfold mattered. Even thinking about Rio shooting old boy once they caught up with Roman. Like, Rio, you're not a gangster, so we gonna push you, because why are you holding this gun like this, sir? I don't even have a license to carry, but I know good and damn well you were holding a gun, not even like a cop. Like, it looked like, somebody please take this gun from him. Please. All of it felt so fake, and some of it felt forced, and it just, again, felt clumsy. So I'm gonna go ahead and say, yes, I am disappointed. A pleasant surprise, though, Bobby the Beast's link to Niles. Bobby the Beast being cousins with Niles. I like what you did there, Carl. I will say that was, you ate that little one. You definitely ate that little one. I would also say you kind of ate the little one as it pertains to Junior's, like, oh, baby, take me back speech with Sonya. I appreciate her saying that she couldn't go through with the abortion, which again made total sense. Aside from me wanting her to like stand on business as it pertains to Junior and like potentially putting them into harm's way, it tracked. Everything that he said tracked. Everything that he said to her, I knew that he was going to say. I'm like, sir, you're not telling us anything that we don't know. I didn't want her to fold so easily, but it made sense. So he ate that little one as well. Donna, you're going to die. And I can't wait. Like, Brother Elijah annihilation mode has been activated, and the moment he finishes putting his proxy daddy, i.e. Brother Minister, into the ground, it is over for you hoes, every last one of you. And I cannot wait. I know it's going to be an emotional thing for him to have to potentially kill his love of his life's mother, but she deserves it, and Junior deserves it too. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. Marco is like backing Brother Elijah down and like, yo, give us a little bit of time to at least tell LC before you gotta act, because of the whole Junior thing. At this point, if we are not starting season 6 with LC and Chippy dragging Junior somewhere to have a conversation that need to be had, hell, grab Donna's ass by her weave as well. If y'all are not in a shipping container, in a storage unit or something, hashing this out in episode 1 of season 6, I don't want it, because Not that any of this is going to make Junior come to his senses or make Junior get his shit together, but he at least needs to know. Everything needs to be out on the table, and y'all need to check Donna's ass for communicating the narrative that best suits her and not fully communicating all that was going on. Because the fact that she's a raging or was a raging crackhead and she's running around here all prim and proper like she that girl is wild to me. And those chickens need to come home to roost, if you ask me. But that's something that we don't even need to continue to drag out anymore. So season 6, episode 1, conversations need to be had. Regardless of what Junior does with the information, he needs the information. Donna asks, you also need to be slapped. Chippy, I think you need to be able to slap her one good time. And then you can go turn your focus back to Roman, who is your son. We got the whole backstory. And I'm not even gonna hold y'all. The flashbacks that we got in this episode, to me, were a lot stronger than the ones that we saw previously. I felt like the actors were better, but also young Donna wasn't in this one. Even though I have very, very real criticisms for young LC. Young LC was not doing it for me. He's like passable this time. But we get the full context of like how this happened. And baby, when I tell you that Carl Weber better be glad that he already took Margaret up off this earth, because the way I was coming up with everything I wanted Chippy to do, to take that woman up off this earth, because you do not take somebody's kid and then tries to validate, oh, she said she ain't want no more kids. Additional kids post this pregnancy by her choice, not for you to steal, klepto. I'm like watching this like, yo, and this kind of stuff really be happening. People be really off their rocker like this, and they steal people kids out the damn hospital thinking that this is a blessing from God, or this was sent to me, or this was supposed to happen. When I tell y'all that Margaret is lucky that kidney disease or leukemia or whatever the hell it was that took her up off this earth, off this earth, because what Chippy was going to do to her after she found out this. We got to see London in this episode, only so that we can have a little moment with Junior when he pops over to go and see Sonya. And I kind of want a little bit more resolve as it pertains to her and Harris. But I guess not. Or at least moving her forward with LoJack. But Tami be booked and busy, y'all. Did y'all see that House of Vicious is coming back on September 19th, season 2? Tami be booked and busy, just like Christian Keys, who we do get to see in this episode. Now, I can't even really say much because I said that we needed to see him. Carl Weber took that seriously and said, you're going to get just enough. Not too much, because this little mini convo at the dinner, once Paris clocks, or I'm sorry, Curtis calls because Nevada didn't track the car, blah 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 blah, from the flower shop. Oh, it's registered to Bobby the Beast. Oh, okay. Let me shoot him in the face. Oh, I can't shoot him in the face because he took my bullets out. Yeah, my cousin want to talk to you. He gonna be in touch. Oh, he gonna be in touch right now. I know I said we need to know what what Niles wants, but this ain't enough, Niles. You want her to know that you're out there and you can get her anytime. And then what? Are you planning to get her or are you not? And then you never stop loving her and then she never stopped loving you. Like, y'all are stressing me out. And at this point, I'm over it. I don't even want to root for y'all anymore. I don't even want y'all to figure it out. At this point, kill each other or don't. And just leave it be, because it's annoying. For this 1 minute and 30 seconds that we got with Christian Keys, it's not enough. I'm not going to be able to make it enough. And I know I said I just needed to see him, but Carl, I lied. You need to move the storyline along. Either they going to war or they getting married. Figure it out. And figure it out swiftly. I think that's pretty much it from the episode, y'all. We didn't even get to see Orlando reunited with Lil O. And I'm like, if he been gone running from the Dixie Mafia, about to get strung up in some damn tree in the South, you would think that the first thing that he runs back to and like has to hold is his son. But again, that just speaks to the inconsistency and the clumsiness that was all throughout this finale episode. I'm not even gonna hold you. It was. And we're gonna talk about it more on live. If you are watching this prior to Thursday before 8 p.m., then you can join me Thursday night. Otherwise, catch the replay for the live stream where we'll unpack all of our thoughts, feelings about the episode. What did you guys think, not only about this finale episode, but about the season? Drop all your thoughts, your theories, your comments in the comment section down below. Again, I do have other videos coming to explore storylines, to explore different characters based off of all the information that we got in season 5. So be on the lookout for additional The Family Business content. The season might be over, but the conversations are not going to stop here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm see you in the next one.